Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the new Wayne Rooney to check out. So, with this card, guys, we're taking a look at someone who is a 5-star skill move player with a 4-star weak foot, 5'9" height, high work rates with a stocky body type. So, a couple things you notice right away with this card. You got to give him the engine. The engine is the most obvious choice for him. You need to boost the pace, the passing, and the dribbling of the card, because those are the areas of the card that is going to be on the lower side, right? So with you giving him the engine chemistry style on a high work rate, there is going to be a couple of ways you're going to be using this card. So strictly, you want to use him down the middle, okay? So if you're using this card, you're going to be using him in a 1 of 2 striker formation, okay? 1 of 2 striker, or you're going to be using him as your attacking oriented center mid, playing in that 4-3-2-1 or a 4-3-3 system where they're the types of cards that in the center mid position, they actually push forward. You have like a get forward instruction on them or something like that, right? Those are going to be the main ways to use this card. That's going to be the main ways that we are going to be using the card, considering what we're seeing, right? So in the 2 striker formation, the high work rates will work a certain way, with the other attacking AI working a certain way. So for instance, you're going to see a lot of combination plays between him and Timo Werner playing in that double striker position. You'll really see the high work rates playing into effect of the way that he performs on the pitch, right? So on the engine, we're going to be trying him out like that. But we're also going to be trying him out in the hunter chemistry style because of the massive pace boost and the shooting boost, and working with the dribbling stats as it is if I decide to play him in the midfield position. Like I said, I'm going to be using him in the center mid area as well as the striker position, okay? So most of the review will be on the engine chemistry style, boosting the pace, passing, and dribbling of the card as much as possible. The 5-star skill moves, definitely a very welcome inclusion to have on the card if you do get into those types of situations where you can use like an L1 Elastico, moving scoop turn, that type of thing. But we're going to see how all that kind of performs in game. Mid-90s for shooting stats, definitely a W as well if you do get into the right areas at the right time. So hopefully that type of stuff works out well for us. You do want to use strong foot on the strong side as much as possible. So the only way that we'll get finesse shot opportunities with the card is if he gets himself into an area where he is on the left side, maybe like a corner kick tactic, finesse shot or something. But I'd prefer a player that feels a little bit more agile, because this card is a stocky body type player to do that type of animation, but regardless, right? But with the traits, he's got chip shot trait, outside foot shot, long shot taker, long passer. So a couple of interesting things to work with on this card. So yeah, we'll be using him in both of those positions. Let's see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast. So our opponent here has a throw in. We get the ball back with Ruslan, pass the ball to Guendouzi. Wayne Rooney playing through the middle position, sees the run with Timo Werner. We go for a chip shot, score the opportunity. It was great because he actually hit it with his left foot in that area, but it was a great pass and it was a great finish. So here's a situation where we have the ball off with Diaby. He overcommits his center back a little bit here, and I shouldn't have taken a shot right there, because once he started pushing out his goalkeeper in that way, definitely should have gone for a chip shot with Wayne Rooney. But that's him playing still in the left striker position, kind of opening up the space for himself as much as possible. So this is a situation over here with Wayne Rooney where we get the ball off to him here, and you can see that he kind of has like more of like a physical feel behind his dribble, and this is us using him on the engine chemistry style as well. So yeah, just gonna be experimenting with both the hunter and the engine as much as possible. We get a free kick here. We switch to Wayne Rooney. We do the free kick tactic. We just do a nice little fake shot. I see that he's in front of me, so I go for a fake shot just to get control of the ball, which we do end up getting. Green time finish, and he does end up scoring to the left side on a green time strike. So this opportunity here is going to be a nice little build up between Timo Werner as well as the Wayne Rooney card. So we get a nice little driven pass off to Timo, quick little dribbles to work with. We see that he's opening up space through the middle. We get a nice little pass off to him. Wayne Rooney's making the run. I go for a shot here, but honestly, could have gone for an extra pass to Timo because he was really well positioned there. So over here, we're still using the engine chemistry style on Wayne Rooney. We do a bad pass here, to be fair. He tries to pass the ball off to the middle position. Wayne Rooney doesn't really get possession of the ball there. Does make a run afterwards that if I timed the through ball really well, could have definitely gotten a pass off. In a situation right there, you can actually see that I'm trying to do a small left stick touch with Wayne Rooney, and it just doesn't come off because of him being a little bit more physical oriented. So we're building up play here through the middle. We get the ball back with Diaby. This pass is not done properly. I don't do that pass at all, but Wayne Rooney does end up getting a nice little interception for us. we try to work some space with his dribbling, doing some small fake shots. And in a situation like that, what I'm trying to do is I'm doing the fake shot to bait him into going into that forward area, but then I want to do the left stick to the side, which he won't do on a left stick. You have to use the R1 L1 dribbling for that because of him being a little bit more physical oriented. So after the challenge, we end up getting a nice little free kick here, pass the ball off, try to work the space here with Wayne Rooney, L1 into a croqueta, go for the shot on the spot. Way more effective to do inside the 18-yard box than it is to do outside the 18-yard box. So we do end up getting a lob pass here. I go for a fake shot, pass the ball off to Timo Werner, and I try to work a heel-to-heel angle against the goalie, but you can see that it actually glitched itself, and the game didn't let me do it a little bit earlier. Guendouzi with a great challenge afterwards. So here we actually end up making a mistake, right? So he ends up passing the ball in this area. You know, he passes into the middle position. We get the ball here with Wayne Rooney, and I go for a forced pass here. People manually defend in that way to block out that general area really, really quickly. So we start an attack over here with Wayne Rooney, trying to utilize some of his 5-star skills. We get the ball off to him here. We do end up beating the main defender, but the guy from Narnia ends up getting the ball back. The game lets me down a little bit in this situation here because this is a really good build-up play. Like, I'm noticing great runs with Timo Werner. I try to do like a harder pass on a driven, and the game just didn't register it and did such a soft pass to an oncoming Wayne Rooney run there. So very unfortunate situation there. So the build-up play here on my part was actually really bad because I get the ball off here with Wayne Rooney, pass the ball off, and then I'm just doing a forced pass here even though he's blocking that area well, but Wayne Rooney does end up getting the challenge for us afterwards. We try to get a cross off to Timo Werner, but I just put way too much power behind it. So over here, we get the ball off to Wayne Rooney. I just want to test out some of his dribbling capabilities, right? So just testing out the ball roll touch, accelerating to certain positions, trying to use like a left stick right afterwards. That little bit of pressure in that situation from the center back throws him off a bit to allow Virgil van Dijk to get the ball afterwards. And then I get a random disconnect. I don't know what happened here. Should be a goal. Nice. Timo Werner. So a hunter's nice for pace boost in those situations.
To be a good signing, and I'm sure he'll continue to be a valuable player here for quite some time. Let's hope he plays well today.
Oh, too much? Really, man? On a green, it would have been a goal for sure. That was actually really good. Wayne Rooney held his position there. He didn't commit it fully. That's good. Oh, Wayne Rooney. Let's go. Beautiful build-up play. No defensive animation there. Oh, that pass? That was horrible. I don't know why EA would do that to me. What a pass. What a pass by Wayne Rooney. That was amazing. Oh, the drag touch. Let's go, Rooney. Gets involved in the attack there. We'll score that opportunity.
Eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
Oh, I didn't expect you to switch to your left foot like that. I wanted you to swing it with your right. Oh, I should have just gone for a shot. Really well-weighted pass there by Wayne Rooney, though. Unlucky. I tried to catch it on a volley because I had to kind of like expect the bounce there. Has to be a goal. There we go. Has to be a goal there, man.
Now then, the lead lasted nearly minutes.
Go.
So back underway. The
L1, R1.
squared at 2-2.
Oh, they both missed it.
Good vision. Can he get onto this?
Okay, deserved. I would have been like, yo, that is not good enough. You have to score that. That's such a good play too, man.
On to Rooney. And it's Rooney.
Oh, then that would have been a goal, I think.
Down the shot.
Would have been a goal, I think.
Williams. Can he find the angle?
Oh, drag the ball, Rooney, not touch on the spot. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the new Wayne Rooney card. So, guys, in regards to how this card performs in-game, right? For me personally, I liked him the most on the engine chemistry style. The hunter chemistry style, it was okay to use. It just wasn't really super necessary, right? I feel like the pace that the card has on an engine chemistry style just makes more sense because for my general build-up play, I need his dribbling to feel a little bit better, okay? I think it's going to be a very important thing to give for this card over the hunter. Again, in the midfield positions, you wouldn't really care about the dribbling stats being as it is, but for me, I did, right? I preferred him on the engine, and the reason why I preferred him on the engine is because giving him that little bit of extra passing as well as pace while giving him that dribbling boost just feels like it makes more of a difference, right? Because this card on an engine chemistry style is still going to have a physical feel to his dribble, okay? So if you're an L1, R1 dribbling with him, or you're just using the left stick, that stocky body type does make him more physical oriented, right? So for the meta of the game, some people may not want to use him in the top 2 striker positions, although he would still be very usable in that way. You could see that when we were building up the play, generally speaking with the card, he's got really good passing capabilities. The way that he links up the play with other players is great. And honestly, his attacking AI is actually pretty good up there as well. But you just get to a certain point where the left stick and the first time touch, that's where it sometimes gets annoying. So because of that specifically, that's where you start to use the 5-star skill moves to kind of open up the space for yourself a little bit more, right? But obviously, if you're up against like the full meta cards, it could be a little bit of an annoyance to work with because you still need that little bit of that left stick to be as responsive as possible to kind of open up space. A lot of people use like the R1, L1 garbage dribbling, but you know, it is what it is. For me personally, I enjoy using this card the most playing as my attacking oriented center mid as the get forward player. I think on a consistent basis, when I saw that he was doing certain attacking AI stuff in the striker position, I'm like, I don't care about giving him the defensive stats in that midfield position, just as long as he's a player that's going to sometimes attack for me and play at a high work rate because he has that base cover wing instruction that will push him into the side area and still sometimes defend for me. Obviously, certain situations, you'll notice the defensive stats being lower. He doesn't always do like crazy defensive animations all the time, but he still does them sometimes because of the high defensive work rate. So for me personally, I enjoyed this card the most playing in that specific role. You could also play him in a 4-3-3 lineup playing as a center forward, but you know, I like I said, for the meta, if you're playing against these full meta players, it just makes the most sense to use him in the center mid position. There was a lot of opportunities that I had when I was attacking where whether it was a pass or whether it was a striking opportunity, this card getting involved in that center mid position was great. I liked it a lot on the engine chemistry style, right? So whether it should cost that much, debatable, you know, definitely debatable for sure. I like him a lot for what you're doing with the card, right? It's definitely a massive improvement for Wayne Rooney's card to make him as usable as possible in the meta of the gameplay, 100%. I would genuinely just say that the main thing that you'll work with is the left stick, but you will not care about the left stick if you use them as the attacking oriented center mid, right? Which is the way that I felt like he was best played. And I tried him out in both, and I was like, if you're playing serious FIFA, he has to be a center mid, in my opinion. Like, I liked him the most there, okay? So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.